Sit Back and Unwind podcast. So I'm your main host. Keister's the co-host, and we are the first guest of the podcast is Kiwi. Hi, Kiwi.
Hi.
Welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. This is my first ever podcast, by the way, so, you know.
Yeah. This is my second ever podcast.
Oh,
How did you get introduced to podcast? Did you used to listen to them or?
I was very tempted to listen to Markiplier's podcast for a while, but personally,
Oh yeah, didn't you have one with Minion and
with
Bob?
Bob and
Bob
Wade.
and Minion. Yeah, Bob and Wade. Yeah.
Yeah, Distractable. I was gonna watch it, but I don't think I ever ended up watching an entire episode, so I have never actually watched an entire podcast episode besides your podcast episode.
That's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, because they had some kind of game show with their podcast, didn't they? They made it
Really?
I think so. It was something. They had like a game element to it, where there was like questions and stuff like that. They had some kind of. It wasn't like just a normal podcast. They had some kind
I
of
think
format
so.
to it. What about you,
Yeah.
Keister?
I don't know, dude. I'm always just thinking, you know what I mean? Existentially thinking. So for me, it's like, I love just like sitting there no matter the topic and just like chewing people's brains apart about things, dude. And just like people having different opinions is like one of the most interesting things to me. You know what I mean? And just hearing different people's opinions and on stuff.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have like a first podcast you ever listened to, or what got you into podcasts, or?
I'd say that's what got me into it, but the first podcast, man, probably like Joe Rogan or something, dude. But I've always been super into like just like different science ones and stuff like that. Like there's this dude Graham
Like history
Hancock.
ones and.
Yeah. Like on Netflix, if you guys have ever seen the documentary, it's called like Ancient Apocalypse is what it's called. And dude,
Okay.
it's just all like different crazy types of science and stuff like that they're proving, and like stuff like that just blows my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, it was definitely. So for some reason, I was on Spotify. I just got Spotify, and I was a huge Jacksepticeye fan back then.
Really?
And
Oh,
I just typed Jacksepticeye into Spotify, and Moist Critical's podcast showed up. He was a guest on that one, and I just listened to that, and that's how I got introduced into Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, or whatever, and that's how like I just ate that shit up.
Honestly, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I missed
So
the
it's like-
wave on so many of those guys, Moist Critical, all them. I hear so many people.
Yeah. You got the hair like him though.
I literally hear at least like once a week in my streams, "Oh man, you look like him,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, "Oh god."
He's definitely got no filter. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you say we can ask any questions or want. So I want to know what your social insurance number is, Kiwi. And your credit card numbers. That'd be great.
Right.
This is not being recorded.
Yeah.
No,
Totally not.
no.
No.
Definitely not, no. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get back at you with that because I don't know at the moment, but we'll see about that.
Actually, yeah. If you asked me what my credit card number was, I can't fucking remember. I have that pay thing on my phone that I just tap my phone.
Ah.
I just caught
If anything-
up to the real world with that, dude. I got that like 4 months ago, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so much better!" Like, holy
Right? Because
crap.
you never have to worry where your fucking debit card is or anything like that.
Yeah.
Off a topic, what was your first console, Kiwi?
My first console. Oh, my. That's a...
Think back.
All those years.
It's either between a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation Portable. The PlayStation Portable
The
is...
PSP.
Did a
I had
PSP... Oh,
I had the Darth Vader one for the original Battlefront.
Really?
no way.
Oh man, it was, and then I think they had like a God of War one.
Mm-hmm.
They advertised that like PlayStation went full out with the advertisement with the PSP, and it still never took off. What is it? Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
The kid has it on the plane. I remember that.
Well, it's like the idea was way before the technology could handle the idea, right? Like, it was a
Right.
good handheld thing, but for what they
Yeah.
were like actually trying to go, it was like almost like at Switch level, but they weren't capable of going to that extent yet. Like they had to sit there and work with what they got, and like it worked, but it was pretty buggy for the most part.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you could hear the fucking CD or what, like the little tiny disc in the back. Oh, it was so loud. And like
It's so nostalgic, though.
I was dumb growing up, so I always put it in the wrong way. Like, why want this? You know when you put a USB thing inside the computer, it's
Yeah.
right, but it's also wrong, so you do it the other way, and then you put it back. That was me with the fucking PSP.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Great times. Oh
yeah. Plus, a lot of the main story God of War games was on the PSP as well.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, if you want to like look up God of War like lore wise, and you want to get the whole God of War story, a lot of the lore is in the PSP games.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's one way to.
Yeah.
Huh.
Speaking of, I heard a rumor that the new God of War is supposed to be like a prequel to the new ones. It's supposed to be between God of War 3 and God of War 2018.
Honestly, I can get down with that.
Yeah. And they gotta stop renaming games like fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare and then Call of Duty Modern Warfare 19. They gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
They just
Oh, yeah.
call it something else.
Yes.
Oh
Please.
my god. It's so annoying. And like I'm pissed off that they did it for God of War 2 because it's a really good
Yeah.
it's a really good
it's really
franchise.
Oh yeah. How
So
about the
yours-
Spider-Man
yours-
games? You guys ever play those?
Yes, I have.
Dude, those
No, I haven't.
you've never played those online?
I played the Spider-Man 2 game for the GameCube, and that shit was fun.
Bro.
That was fun.
No,
Oh,
on
wow.
PS5, Spider-Man 1, 2,
Yeah,
and
Insomniacs.
Miles Morales, bro,
Yeah.
are some of the
Yeah.
best games I've ever played in my life, dude. Hands down.
They are amazing.
Does it have like a good upgrade tree?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Dude, it's...
Oh, okay.
Especially two.
Oh, yeah.
Holy.
Dude, so good as far as that, but, like, the storyline, bro, when I say, like, that game will make you tear up, dude. Any of them will make you tear
Oh my
up.
god.
Yes. I
It's
can agree
nothing
with
better.
that.
Nothing better than a good story. So your first console was PSP or PS2. What kind of games
Yes.
did you have for the PS2?
So I very much remember I had this game, and I don't know what it's called, but it was something with Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know what it was. It was some Pirates of the Caribbean game on the PlayStation 2. Not the Lego game, just something.
I think
And- Yeah?
Did they have Parts of the Caribbean Lego?
they did have...
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Yeah, they had
Oh
it
my
for
god, they had
Lego.
something for everything.
It's like $4 on Steam right now. I'm about to buy it, dude. But
Mhm.
but that's besides the point. But dude, I know
Mhm.
exactly what game you're talking about. I forget what movie it was off of. I think like Pirates of the Caribbean 3 or 4 or something, dude. But that game was incredible, bro.
I don't know anything about it anymore, but I have this vivid memory of the game where I was playing the game in like my bedroom, and we had this very old TV, like very old, like the staticky TVs that make a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
like very
Oh,
high
yeah.
pitched
Oh, yeah.
noise,
Yeah.
and suddenly the TV just combusts, like it just goes up in smoke, like just randomly. And it was so random. And I have this like I still remember playing the game and the TV just turned off and yeah, just started smoking, which was so like random, but I love it.
That's a
Oh,
riot.
God. Oh,
It's amazing.
yeah, I had Jack and Link, I think it's called, or is it Jack and Daxter?
Jack and
Um,
Daxter.
Yeah, Jack and Daxter.
So
That
good.
yeah, for the PS2,
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
But man, they don't really do those straight to video game from movies anymore. Like,
Oh no.
Not really.
no, that was like the PS2 and the PS3 era, and that's like the
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 game that I played was from the movie, like
Mhm.
was from the second movie.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
'cause
even think I got to the ending; it was so hard.
It's like that
Oh, it's- dude,
style
I have-
of game died off or whatever. Like the Spyro, Crash Bandicoot style games. Like those
Yeah.
are just like few and far between
yeah.
now, dude.
Those games especially, yeah. I don't even know what they
Yeah.
are, like platformers or what. I don't know. No, they're not.
Oh, Spyro,
Or-
definitely.
Yeah.
I would count Spyro a platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had fucking Crash Bandicoot Racing.
So
We didn't
good.
have like my family wasn't really a Nintendo family until we got the Wii.
Mhm.
I mean, every household basically had the
Oh yeah.
I-
Yeah, but for me it was Crash Bandicoot.
What, the original or like
The original kart racing, yeah.
That one was hard, dude. I recently, a few years ago, bought that again because we went on a nostalgia trip, just like rebuying old consoles and games from our childhood, dude. And that was one of the games we were like, nah, we're grabbing this, we're gonna play it, we're gonna beat the whole game. Dude, I got like 3 races in, and I was getting smoked by the AI, dude.
I know. Oh my god.
I'm doing like the best corners, the best everything, and here comes the AI just phoom, 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 right past me. I'm just like, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. So, Kiwi, have you gotten the Switch too?
No, I have not. I've been tempted.
Are you
The price
going
tag, kind of thrown me off.
I mean, you don't have the tariff like the States does, so
yeah.
Yeah, no.
it might be cheaper.
That's true. I don't know. I've never bought I don't think I ever had a Nintendo in general. My sister had a Nintendo 3DS and a 2DS, I think.
Yeah.
But besides that, I've never had a Nintendo console or anything. So I was tempted to get the Switch 1 at some point, like a year or two ago. But, now that the Switch 2 is out, I'm more leaning towards getting that Switch, if at all, though. Because I said the price tag is a little bit iffy, I'd say.
Because
for me.
the preferred console, I definitely want to say it's like regional. So like I know in the States it's just like between like Xbox and PlayStation. Is there like a different vibe in Italy, or is it just the same thing?
No, I think it's the same thing with PlayStation and Xbox, because I remember one of my friends used to me and my friend used to go on arguments about which one's better, because he was Xbox and I was PlayStation. So yeah.
And it seems to go back and forth because by the looks of it, once Xbox has Steam on it, PlayStation's gonna have to pull something out of the bag.
Oh yeah.
Because now I'm like, ooh, PlayStation Portal, that's really cool. And now that I see the Steam Deck and the Xbox Ally, I'm like, PlayStation, that's garbage. Come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's a bit sad, to be honest.
I know.
Yes,
Because all it does is just connect to the Wi-Fi. That's all the PlayStation Portal does.
Yeah.
They're charging you $400 in Canadian just for a controller that has a tablet on it.
Even my brother has one of those, and he does not use the thing because where the Wi-Fi router is for him, it's directly above on the floor, above where his room's at. Granted, he's in a basement or whatever, but just between that short distance, it doesn't synchronize on the Wi-Fi and everything. It has such bad connectivity problems to the point where don't expect to be anywhere other than 4 feet away from your system when you play that thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, amazing! Holy, that's that's sad.
Right?
Yeah, they need something that can run on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because I would never get that thing.
Yeah,
because I don't know about you guys, but I know in the States internet is awesome, but in Canada it's so touchy. Internet could be great one day and horrible the next.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, most of Canada is just barren woods. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Yes.
I've heard so.
It's 2 hours of driving through the woods, town. 2 hours of driving through the woods, town.
Wow.
And then you might get to a big city after 3 or 4 hours. It's nuts. Yeah. So I know we're not supposed to ask where you live, but are you a city boy? Are you out in the country?
Nope.
Or
Country.
there you go.
Country.
Same.
Good.
Yeah.
Same. I live in a population of 13,000.
Oh, I live in a population of 2,000.
Jeez.
Holy shit!
It's very
You
small
got me
town.
beat.
My town has
You guys got a
more
Walmart?
than both of you guys combined.
Damn. Okay. Wow. Yeah. No, but it's very small here. But I'm still very blessed with the Wi-Fi because we have
Surprised you
fiber
got
optic. Yeah, fiber optic Wi-Fi straight to my
Jeez.
my house. Very very nice. Yeah. And the cool part is also that I worked for the internet service provider that we have currently. So I helped install the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I helped install the Wi-Fi in our house.
That's awesome.
Oh, the internet's down. I know how to fix it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, there seems to be like 3 extra fiber optic cords running to this one
Yeah.
house. No.
No, what are you talking
One's the
about?
main one, and the other ones are two fail safes. That's weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but no, it's very. It's also like I get a lot of like people saying like oh wow, how's your Wi-Fi so good in like this random town in the middle of the like mountains,
Uh,
pretty much because I'm
yeah.
crammed between mountains, more or less. Oh, it's really
I
nice
didn't
here.
even know Italy had mountains.
Yes, the north part, like the entire north part, just has a ton of mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very nice though, and I'm as I said, so happy that I have good Wi-Fi. I used to have terrible Wi-Fi though, like 10 megabyte per second, which is terrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
10 megabytes. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds like Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alex is RGST, Kiwi.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in some of your streams and some of my streams, some of Keister's streams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, man. I live in a spot where like it could rain like really hard, and like, oh, I guess the internet's gonna be shit today. Oh well. No stream.
Yeah. No, dude, that sucks so bad.
Yeah. Especially streaming from the PlayStation. Like you guys have a luxury streaming from the PC because if the game crashes, oh my god, there goes the stream. Done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't.
Yeah, because Keister, you started streaming through your PlayStation, right?
Yeah, cause dude, my whole area has amazing service. Besides for like a 1 mile square of exactly where my house is basically in the middle of. Like my area is just in a dead zone, dude. So it was always super shitty. But the PC runs nice, worth the money.
Did you always start streaming through your PC, Kiwi?
I'm pretty sure I don't think I've ever streamed on PlayStation or anything other than PC because I rarely used my PlayStation like for like the past 3 years because I switched to PC and mainly PC.
Yeah. It sounds like Keister.
So
yeah, Keister doesn't use it. His PlayStation is like getting dusty in the background somewhere.
Yeah, I just had to unwrap it of the linens, dude, from when I put it to rest, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my PlayStation once I get my PC upgraded. I'm gonna have to have a funeral or something.
Now,
like you almost have.
What are you doing for your PC? Are you getting like a whole new setup or just upgrading some certain parts of it?
Upgrading everything except for the video card.
That makes sense.
So new power supply, new CPU, everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because GPUs are way too expensive nowadays. Like it's actually baffling. Holy.
Yeah.
That's why one of the major businesses that's coming out, dude, it's called GPU rendering, where it allows you to say I have extra GPU power and I have like a really good PC. I can sit there and passively make money by allowing others to use processing power from my GPU manually
or like remotely. Your computer?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
This is one of the things that's coming out. There's literally crypto for this, dude. I ended up getting in on it super early, dude, and just buying like a shit ton.
Here we go. Our first fucking crypto scam.
Dude, guys. No, it's crazy because like there's like real things.
We're already in water.
There's this company called Render that like literally already does this, and they were like very well known for it, but they just didn't have like good capacity, like they didn't have enough storage and shit to be or GPU power to be sending out. And then there's this other company that like came out which basically like quadruples the capacity of what that company Render could do. And, dude, it's, like, still minuscule in price or whatever. So I was like, honestly, I'd be dumb not to buy into it at least a little bit. And, like, if nothing happens, whatever, dude. I probably would have spent that money on something anyway, but...
And that's probably the mentality to have. As long as you're not making yourself go broke.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's just shit, like, it'll be, like, $20 to
You hear all these-
$50 here and there where I'm just like, oh fuck it, like I would use this on this anyway. I'm just gonna put it into this and hopefully something happens.
Yeah.
Eh, makes sense,
Fuck, I
honestly.
spent $50 at fucking Taco Bell.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Literally.
Wow.
Uh,
I mean,
so, Kiwi, what made you
Right.
start your YouTube channel? What made you start
I-
streaming? Did you start with videos or just straight out of streaming?
straight to streaming. I was gonna start with videos. I had videos uploaded on my channel that are all private now, but they are like stupid little videos, like some small 30-second clips that my friends told me, like, oh yeah, upload that to YouTube really quickly, just for funsies.
That's cool.
And so I took them private now because it's like, I don't know, it's just like more so to reminisce upon the videos.
Oh yeah, it's
But,
like a picture for it's just a picture on the
Yeah.
wall for you now. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Pretty much.
Remember
It's
it.
really nice. One day I might just make them public. I don't know. For now though, I'll just keep them private.
Didn't PewDiePie do that for like a really old Call of Duty video accidentally?
Yes.
He
I think so.
PewDiePie accidentally unprivated one of his like 13-year-old Call of Duty Black Ops 1 videos, and it just popped up on the algorithm one random day, and he didn't mean to do
Mhm.
it. It was just random, and it blew up. I'm pretty sure it's got a lot of views. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that must be a bit of a jump scare as well, because it's like, randomly you see like all your just a new video pop up in your channel, and like, people clicking, on the video and like, huh? When did I upload this?
Yeah,
Must be a bit scary.
yeah. So
No, but
yeah,
Hmm?
how did you? What made you want to stream?
so originally I was gonna start streaming in 2022, I think, summer 2022. No, 2023, because I
Okay.
was marathoning like just all the Assassin's Creed games and like playing like them to 100% completion. And I was like, why not just, stream myself doing it? Because that would save me the trouble of recording it if I want to make it into a video at some point.
It's so much easier just to live stream and just make clips out of it after. Oh my god, yeah, I know
Oh, yes.
exactly what you mean.
It is. But unfortunately, I chose not to do that because I was like, whatever, too much hassle to go through. But then next year, or like, I think either 1 year later or the same year, Sim, one of my friends, started streaming, and I saw like, oh, this looks kind of fun actually. Why don't I just try this? So, a few months later, I just downloaded Streamlabs, set up some things, and I did my first stream, which was grounded with horrible bitrate. Like every single time I turned around, the whole image would be so blurry, you would not be able to tell a single thing that's going on.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
No.
when did people start showing up?
So I actually like very well remember this. It was my first FNAF 6 stream that I did. When
Really?
like at that point, usually I'd have like, some friends of mine show up in chat and just like be there for a while and say hello, blah blah. And then at some point during my FNAF 6 stream, Jim stream, like, a person that's like been here for 2 years now almost, just showed up randomly in the chat and just, I think said hello, and he was like the first ever person outside of my friends to show up into one of my live streams. And from that point on,
Okay.
there were like more and more people, of course, joining the live streams like as it went on. So yeah.
Okay. What about you, Keister? What
Well,
made you want to stream? I don't think I asked you on the first episode.
I didn't even do it with like the intention of streaming or trying to get views or anything, dude. None of that stuff's like really mattered to me all that much. I literally did it just because I got so sick of having to save funny clips over and over and getting killed while I'm sitting there trying to take clips that I just found funny. So I just started doing it where I was like, dude, I'm just gonna stream these and just be able to watch this back and just geek out at all the different moments rather than taking up all my storage space from just clips and stuff. And
Yeah.
Make YouTube carry the heavy stuff.
yeah, exactly. And it started out as that, and then out of nowhere, just people started like showing up and actually like tuning in and just being like, dude, this is awesome, like stuff like that. And I was just like, holy crap, dude, like I gotta start actually giving a shit now. Like,
When
Yeah.
did they start showing up?
I
Like
mean,
what game?
I'd say the first few popular games that really started getting my page to get like some eyes on it and stuff was WWE, 2K,
Mm.
22 or 23 or something, doing the custom superstar matches where it's like Jesus Christ versus the Easter Bunny and stuff like that. And
Oh
then
my god.
and then Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm.
Those are like my three big games that like really just started getting the page some traction and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for me, see, I did like maybe, oh my god, I did Overwatch 2 streams back in 2016.
Jeez.
Wow.
Uh, Random people came in trying to join games. I was like, yeah, okay, okay. And then I streamed Far Cry 3. I
Oh.
privated some of the videos, right? So if you go down my list, the Far Cry 3 is the only one that you see. So I did that in like 2016, and I did not have the internet to do any of that. I was nowhere as close to my modem. Again, streaming off of the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 4 streaming UI is so bad because it like takes like a third of your screen and pushes it to the left, and then it
Yeah,
has your chat on the right.
it's
And if you had
bad.
your
Oh.
camera, you couldn't choose where to put it.
Mm-hmm.
It always had to be on the top right. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm done. And like again, my internet was like, I would join like Call of Duty Zombies, and I'd be like lagging every 10 seconds, no matter what.
Oh.
Just the internet was not doing it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I'll just game. It's fine. And then yeah, 2016. So in like it was 2025, 2023. I met Faith, and me and Faith started dating and stuff like that. And Faith worked a night cleaning job at the time, and she could just, after she was done cleaning, she was basically like a security guard. She could just sit down, and she wanted me to play Resident Evil. So she said that she would like, hey, just stream it on YouTube, and I'll just watch. So Faith would be like my only viewer at the time. So I was just streaming, talking to Faith, my girlfriend, on chat. And then I did that on YouTube for a little bit. I went to Twitch one time just to see, okay, why Twitch is a better viewing experience. And the only viewer I got was a bot trying to get my personal information. I'm like, okay,
right.
not going on Twitch again. Fuck that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Went back to YouTube, and I didn't get any viewers on Resident Evil 2. And then I got a couple of viewers on Resident Evil 4. But like Keister, it was like Red Dead Redemption 2 that like my channel started blowing up.
Yeah.
And then for some unknown reason, me and Faith went to a liquor store, and the Twisted Tea was doing a promotion. If you buy a whole pack of Twisted Tea, you get a cowboy hat. So I said, okay.
Oh.
Why not? All right, well, I'll just chuck that. So in the first streams of my Red Dead Redemption stuff, you can see the Twisted Tea patch on the cowboy hat. And I never took it off until I beat Red Dead Redemption 2. And then that kind of just stuck with the channel. I'm like, wait, this thing just comes off. So it's the same hat, there's just no Twisted Tea on it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's how I started streaming. And just people just kept coming.
That is so cool. That's a really cool story, actually. Holy.
Yeah, funny enough, the cowboy hat is actually like way too big for my head. So I have a headset. It's not connected to anything. I had to cut the wire off, and I put the headset on, and then the hat will fit. The hat has to go on top of the headset, right?
Dude.
I also don't wear it with glasses because it looks goofy as hell. But yeah, that's my story.
That's actually a really cool story, though.
Yeah,
Makes you feel stupid because I started streaming, like also because I realized I sometimes just kind of talk to myself, like while I play some single player games and stuff like that. So I was just like, oh, why not just talk to other people as well if they do show up, and yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
and that's the best mindset to put when you live stream is don't expect anybody to show up, but if they do, be grateful.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you think, oh, okay, man, I really hope this stream starts off with like 100 views or whatever like that, or you want like 10 people in the chat consistent, like it's gonna be devastating if that's not the outcome. So that's why I'm always like pleasantly surprised if there's more than like 5 people in my chat.
Yeah, I always get
Yeah,
people in the
same.
chats asking that. They'll be like, "Yeah, how do you get like more followers or more viewers and stuff like that?" I'm like, by not worrying about it.
Yeah,
Just like enjoy
Mm-hmm.
the games you're playing, and no matter what, like there's so many people in this world, dude. There's bound to be that good handful that just somehow make it into your stream and are like, you know what? This dude's pretty cool. Like, let me just hit him with the follow
Yeah,
or something. And if they don't, it's
exactly.
like whatever. I'm just gonna keep playing my game and enjoying it. It's all good.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I've seen. I know Keister hasn't seen Kiwi streams, but yeah, he did see one of your videos. But I gotta
Mm-hmm.
say, Kiwi has one of the most wild fan bases I've ever seen. It is nuts. It's just chaos, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah, I've realized that as well. I don't know when it started getting this out of pocket, but I almost want
Oh,
to
oh yeah.
say like it was back when I don't even know actually. I couldn't tell you. It's just like started happening. People started like saying the most out of pockets like shit ever, and I don't know, like
And like everybody in your chat is completely fine with it. It's amazing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
nobody gets offended in your chat.
It's it's
Oh
it's really nice because it's like it's just a happy place, you know. Like
yeah,
we're all
yeah,
just saying random shit. It's really nice. Of course, I still have like some boundaries, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Have you had to
still
ban anybody?
very close. I don't think I've ever banned anyone outright, but I was very close to doing so because there was a person that kept wanting to talk about a very serious topic in like a very political serious topic in my chat, and I kept telling them, you know, not here, please, because you know we're all just trying to chill and like you know just play a game and watch a game at the end of the
Yeah, yeah.
day.
No YouTuber wants to talk about they're playing a video game. No YouTuber
Yeah.
wants to talk about
Exactly,
fucking politics.
exactly.
If you want to find somebody to talk about politics, literally search up politics on your YouTube
Yes,
account. Like
there's enough streams and podcasts to talk about
yeah,
that stuff. So I
go
won't be
watch
talking
fucking
about that.
Fox News or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Just go over there. So I just like I almost you know wanted to ban him or time him out or something, but we still got to the conclusion that he just you know he still just left. But then like once the stream was over, he still went into my comments and then left a comment there saying like oh you know you're being ignorant and blah blah blah. It's like you know I explained to him
Wow.
like yeah, hey you know I simply just not want to talk about this. Please do go to different streamer or whatever if you want to talk about these things, but just not here.
You are so much more nicer than I am when it comes to that kind of
Me
stuff.
too.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Me too.
I
I don't know.
I don't even want to tell you how many accounts I have banned right now. It's probably over 75. I can guarantee you that.
Wow. Okay. I don't know if I have
Especially
anyone banned.
especially when it came to Red Dead, and there's a lot of
Hmm.
racist stuff that comes with that when you play that
Ah,
game.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's a really good game, but I feel like there's a lot of people that just want to rage bait,
Oh, yeah. Without a
and
doubt. There
it's for
are.
some reason like Red Dead Redemption 2 was like the worst one for it, but like people just wanted to say the N word or stuff like that, and that's when I
Mm.
had text to speech on. So I was like, no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
wow.
no, no.
Oh.
See, Keister was on YouTube now, but now he's on
Mm.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So, have you had
Mm.
any trouble? What do you mostly stream on? You stream like really anything on TikTok.
Yeah, they don't really give me a lot of problems. They let me stream pretty much anything, which is like the reason I swapped to TikTok. Just
Yeah,
because,
you could fucking watch movies on TikTok and they wouldn't say nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
they really don't give a shit.
Watching the new How to Train Your Dragon movie on TikTok.
I
Come
just
watch with
got,
me.
I got sick of like the censor shit. You know what I mean? Like, the
Oh, on
main
YouTube, yeah.
thing that I try to emphasize with my page is like I don't care about numbers. I'm not trying to make money. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm literally just trying to vibe out and I want to be able to be myself. And that like whether that's swearing, playing the games that I do, I just want to be able to like be free to be myself rather than like how YouTube is where it's like you can't even say fuck anymore without them like being like shadow ban. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of tough, dude, and I don't know. That always like bothered me where like at first they weren't bad. I could play the South Park games, I could play all this. And then out
Mm.
of
Mhm.
nowhere, dude, they just like they gave me the ban hammer of the century, dude. I streamed for like 6 or 7 months of just like nobody coming in. You know what I mean? Just like went from getting good views, good traction, all that to just like straight off the cliff and just dead profile, dude. So
Wow.
Yeah, and then you started your TikTok account, and I think you got to 2K followers within like
a
a
month.
month.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
I hit
Just
two.
streaming, just streaming, not
I
no videos.
yeah, literally just doing my thing on some live streams, dude. Fucking, and obviously even that slowed down, but like
Yeah,
TikTok's
but that's what
crazy.
algorithms do just in general. They it's
Oh
like
yeah,
waves, right?
but even TikTok's
Mm.
been on its thing again, dude. My buddy Coinman, who always pops into my streams here, he just started streaming on TikTok, and he was doing Fortnite the other day. Ended up getting like 2.5k views, and had 240 concurrent viewers at one point.
Holy,
Wow.
I was
I
like, dude,
wish.
I've been streaming for a while and I've never seen those numbers. Maybe the views, you know what I mean, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
not that many concurrent viewers. I've had like 35 or something.
Mhm.
yeah. Keister, have you had anybody that you've had to ban
Oh
though?
yeah. Oh yeah. I get
Mm.
all sorts of weirdos. They either come in saying some stupid like either racist or like fucked up shit, or they'll just come in just like acting like idiots. They'll be like just like spamming things and just like being annoying and like
Spamming's a big one, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I like to think that I have, like, a good amount of patience with a lot of things, dude. I'm a pretty patient person, but when it comes to shit
Mhm.
like that, it's just like, dude, we're all just trying to vibe out. Everybody's on the same page in the
Yeah.
stream always. We're like, nobody's expecting peak gameplay. Nobody's expecting
Yeah, not with me,
anything.
anyways.
Yeah, like everybody's just all on the same page of like we're just here, we're a community, we're vibing, let's shoot the shit and just like chill out a little bit and yeah, you'll get some fruitcakes that come in, dude, and try to frickin' mess up the vibe, dude, but I'll just time them out, dude. I'll let them know that the babysitter's frickin' getting paid for working, dude, and I just put a motherfucker in timeout so quick, dude.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So Kiwi, when's your face reveal? When's that coming?
Ooh, I can't promise anything truly. I was
Is
always
there like
saying
a
like
milestone or
I was always saying 1K like
1K? What are you at now?
subscribers.
What are you at now?
314, I believe.
Need to
Done.
make
Okay,
that
okay.
315. Hold on.
There you go.
Right? Yeah, 314.
So what's the milestone again? You said 1K?
I I like very often said like 1K this and
And
that.
I don't think it's gonna take you long to hit 1K. That's the thing,
That
right?
that's the one thing I was worried about. If it goes too quickly, I don't know. I was expecting it to take like what, maybe another like 6, 7, 8 months. If it takes less than that, I'll have to reconsider. I don't know, because I want to like a little like I want to prepare a little bit, get like something for the background because currently my entire room is behind me, like just everything.
Yeah,
So
mine's
you know,
pretty much of a mess.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
I
I haven't
mean
really thought
it's
mine through.
behind me.
Yeah, Keister got the
yeah,
smart idea and just got like a black
yeah, just
background.
curtain. Yeah, that's probably the smartest thing. That's probably what I might do as well, like something like that. But I haven't thought too much about it because at the same time, I still do enjoy having my little like the Kiwi avatar. I really
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah, it's a
So
big thing. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just thinking about like how to balance that. Of course, I'd like probably at some point improve this like again the like Kiwi avatar because the one from my profile picture on YouTube is different from this one obviously because this one was made by Sim specifically for like YouTube, like when I use it on streams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't know. I don't. But either way, if I would do a face reveal, I don't think I would have my face cam on in streams always. Maybe in the intermission screen or something like that. But during gameplay, I think I'd have either the like Kiwi avatar or nothing.
Yeah, that was the big conundrum that I had with my channel, right? Like I was done Red Dead 2, and I think I was up to like 300 subscribers at that time. I'm like, man,
Mhm.
do I want to take the cowboy hat and make it a part of the channel, or do I want to just leave it? And the cowboy hat, I think I tried to stop using the cowboy hat after Red Dead 2. I think I was
Mhm.
like streaming The Last of Us, and then everybody's like, where's the cowboy hat? Where's the cowboy hat? What the hell? You're not bald?
Yeah.
Where's the cowboy hat?
You're
I was
not
like, oh
bald.
man, I guess it really is a part of the channel. So, and by the
Mhm.
way, where I live is there's lobsters where I live. Like there's
Yeah.
seafood. I'm nowhere near any like cowboy stuff at all.
Yeah.
So it's like really out of pocket for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I guess the cowboy hat's just a part of the it's part of the channel.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
it is. I guess same with my Kiwi as well. Like people have assumed that I'm like from New Zealand or something because of Kiwis and stuff.
How did the Kiwi thing
Or
start?
oh, well, I think I mentioned this on stream anyways at some point, but the whole thing with Kiwi is just because my real life name is similar to the word Kiwi, so I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna use the word Kiwi, like
So you wanted to
we.
dox yourself. I got it. Interesting.
Hey, I'm kind of. I mean, I don't really mind, but I guess it's just in the beginning, I used to like always identify like or like just connect my Kiwi username with the Kiwi fruit, but now with like I guess with YouTube and also prior to that, I realized the Kiwi bird is pretty cool to be honest. So I just thought why not just use it as my identity. So yeah.
Didn't Australia, sorry, oh my god, literally lose a war to the Kiwis back in like World War One?
That was the emus, I think.
Emus, oh my god, yeah, emus. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
It is.
Those things will mess you
Watch
up, though, dude.
Yeah, that entire like Australia sent their almost like a third of their military after a bird, and they lost.
I don't know how that happened, to be honest.
Because it seemed like the birds were so like they could absorb more bullets than a human could and still survive and run off. That it's crazy.
That's actually insane. Well, I guess that's still like one of those things that I think Australia gets memed on. They lost the war against birds.
Yeah.
But oh well.
But Australia is still cool. Besides their deadly animals.
Exactly. Been thinking like how is living over there? But then at the same
how is
time,
it going
it's
in the ocean, getting stung by a jellyfish and just dying?
It's good on paper.
Love it.
Yeah. So, are you guys? Have any of you guys flown?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
I'm scared of flying.
I was too.
You will not catch me on a plane. I would rather go on a boat than a plane.
I've been on cruises and all that and stuff like that, but yeah, I went for my first flight maybe like 7 years ago. I was pretty sketched out at flying and everything. But then I went on the plane, dude, took the window seat, and I was like, bro, I could do this every day. Every day.
I watched way too much Mayday as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, dude, you'll be good, because if you start to crash, they drop the little oxygen masks, and that's literally just straight oxygen. And what straight oxygen does to your brain is get you fucked up. So when you're
I'll
crashing,
be before I die.
Yeah, you won't feel it, dude, because you'll just be hopped up on oxygen, dude. It's all good.
Great.
I won't feel it. I'll be flying high.
They'll be like, look at fucking Keister. I'm just walking down the aisle like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but I've never flown in my life. I've also never really been outside of Italy besides, the fact that I was born in Germany.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I...
Not cool World War II wise, but cool.
Well, thankfully I wasn't born there during World War II. I think that'd be a different story in that case.
I was actually Captain America. He's just 100 years old.
I won't disclose that, but but like last year I went on vacation to Germany for like a day or two. But I never traveled to a country that had me like fly there. I always was able to just thankfully drive there with the car. But I just don't go on vacation much in general, really. Like we've never done that, like my family.
Europe's nice in the sense that you can literally drive from place to place, and you could go 6 different freaking places throughout Europe, and that's
so
a 1-day endeavor,
like that.
Versus the US. If I want to get to the other side of the US, I'm either flying for 6 or 7 hours, or I'm sitting there driving for 3 days straight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Obviously, same thing for Canada, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Jeez.
I think it takes about 3 or 4 days to drive from like the east coast of Canada to the west coast. It's nuts.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
see.
That's gotta be a nice drive, honestly.
Oh yeah, I think you go through like 7 different time zones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
How big is Italy? Like driving distance?
Driving distance. That's actually a really good question because, like,
Because
I keep
I'm pretty
getting.
sure Germany is smaller than people think. Like driving
Yeah.
wise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is definitely. Like Italy, I couldn't tell you really because the furthest I've gone, like from where I live right now, is like 7 hours away, and that was pretty much like I don't even know. I would say like there was a third of Italy that we drove through. To be
Okay,
fair,
so like
it wasn't like a straight drive.
19 hours.
Probably, I guess could
That's
be.
pretty decent size.
Not
Well,
really sure. I never really thought about it too much.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my globe. Yeah, just a little globe
Yeah,
out.
out there is
quickly.
tough
So
because it's a lot
you're
of
here.
mountains.
Now what's up?
I said out there is tough because it's a lot of mountains and stuff. So instead of just going straight through, you're
Ah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's quite some like different directions you gotta take. But
Kiwi
that's also
just
like the
lives in
nice
Death
part.
Stranding.
Yeah, I gotta walk like with my backpack across the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that. Every time I get groceries, I have to like prepare for like
You just put the
multiple days
groceries
or
on like fucking like Death Stranding. You're just
yeah,
grabbing cargo. I haven't played
exactly
that
like
game.
that.
Have you guys played Death Stranding yet?
No,
No,
I
not
haven't. But
yet.
I haven't played
it was free on
either.
Epic Games at some point, so I have it free on Epic Games now, and I'm gonna download it soon. Honestly, because it looks really fun, in my opinion. I like walking simulators.
Yeah, because you were just playing what was it called? Wild, the hunting game.
Yeah, the
So
Hunter
good.
called
That
the
looks
Wild.
So good.
that looks so
Yeah.
goofy, but like so good to like play with the boys. You know.
Oh yeah, with the boys, it's great. It's amazing. Holy, it
Uh,
was an amazing experience. Especially because it was like for me it was what 6, 7 p.m. The sun was setting outside. It was like pretty
Yeah.
nice and cool in my room. It was a great experience.
Plus,
To be
it just
honest.
reminds you of how like people actually go hunting. They just they just stand talking to each other, talking
Yeah.
about going hunting while you're hunting.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. And unfortunately, of course, here Italy, hunting is a much more complicated thing. So you can't just go ahead and like buy a gun. It's a very complicated thing here.
Same thing here in Canada. You need a hunting license, especially for deer.
Yeah.
And you're only
Same here.
allowed to catch like a certain amount of does and a certain amount of
Mhm.
like male deers and stuff like that.
That's how it is in the
Yeah.
States too. Honestly,
Yeah, it makes sense.
this is such like a random thought, dude, but I would love to go to Europe and just like metal detect like Italy and Germany and like just all the places that were like super active during World War II, dude. How cool would that be?
That would be really cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Keister are like history nuts. We love history.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's really sick. Because okay, well, history-wise, I love most things are like I'd say pre
You just see
16th century.
the Axis flags like starts like slowly going up on his on his camera next to the Kiwi.
No, but no. I like the whole like World War One, World War Two. I guess the reason why I'm not so interested in it is because it was a bit of a annoying topic for me to learn in middle school because we were like
How
learned
do they
about it very
teach that
thoroughly.
stuff in school?
I'll be honest, I don't remember much of it, but it was it was like it was pretty much just talking about
Because
really everything.
No, like let's all be mature here. It's like okay, yeah,
Mhm.
you're from Italy. Doesn't mean you're fucking bad. Like,
Yeah,
let's be honest.
yeah,
Every army has done war crimes, no matter what.
yes,
Canada has, United States has, Italy has, Germany, every country, no matter what.
that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
It just is.
Yeah, I guess it is. So I mean,
Except
no,
for Vietnam. Vietnam's like, yeah, we did that stuff. Yeah, we kicked them out. Yeah, Vietnam. Backtracking a little bit, you were saying how they were trying to explain history in like kindergarten or
yeah, middle school. Yeah.
middle school.
So I said like there was a certain I think it was like the last period of like or last like few months of third middle school because the school system here is a bit different to like the American school system or like generally like some other school systems. But in third middle school, pretty much like when I was 12 or something like that, we started learning a lot about just like of course Austria and Germany specifically because they are like very close to Italy.
Yeah,
And of course,
yeah.
also some things about Italy. It's not like they just left out the Italy parts. Like hey guys, we're Italy. We're gonna leave out the bad parts that we've done, just to make you think that Italy is good.
Which every country does. Every country does.
And unfortunately, every country probably does that.
Yeah.
At least ours does, from what I've seen so far. But you know, I honestly don't remember that much anymore from it because it was just like we mainly learned history from our like specific place in Italy and not even about Italy in general, or like other places. We were very focused on just the region we live in terms of history, which was very boring because there wasn't that much to go through. So I never really paid too much attention. But then finally, in like the last year of middle school, we all started learning about like ancient Greece, which I'm super like fanatic for.
Oh,
I
okay.
love ancient Greece. Super interesting to me. So I guess before, and also the French Revolution. French Revolution to me is also interesting. But I forgot most of it as well because at that point I was learning it simply to pass school or
Yeah,
get
yeah,
through
yeah.
school. So
So
yeah,
I just need to know this knowledge to fucking get higher than a
it,
50%.
yeah, exactly. And so I wasn't really interested in learning it actually for myself. But then at like a later point, like once I was done with middle school, I was more interested in some certain like history topics, like ancient Greece and also like Rome and like I don't know some other things as well. But yeah,
Like empires,
that,
essentially, stuff like that.
essentially,
Yeah.
yeah,
See, I, I,
very
I,
interesting to me.
I always was big into that sort of stuff, but also like the more ancient, like forgotten civilizations. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the Olmecs, the freaking Babylonians, the
Oh yeah.
Sumerians, like just ancient civilizations like that, where like a lot of what we know as humanity, like kind of started out there, especially like the Sumerians, dude. A lot of like man's first texts and like
Oh,
rules
okay.
as like a human, you know what
Mhm.
I mean, really derived from like ancient Sumerian and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know, I find it cool learning about ancient stuff like that, but also just how on point they were with like things like the stars and knowing where like
Oh yeah.
planets were and
Yeah, it's
shit. It's like,
nuts,
how the hell did you pull that off?
Yeah.
right?
Super impressive.
Stars told me. Yeah, okay, sure, sure.
Ah. Yeah. Right.
So, hot topic, Kiwi. This
Hot
your fan
topic.
base is gonna bite you in the ass for this one. What are you gonna
Ooh.
rate Secret of the Mimic? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I have two ratings in my head that I
The
still haven't
FNAF fan
decided.
base is gonna tear you apart. Either way.
Like the thing is, I've actually seen so many good people defending the game so hard on TikTok and like all these things. I was like, am I wrong? Am I in the wrong? Because
I'll give my rating after, but I want you to go to first. I want you to go first.
I would say, for now it's a 6.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. But now that you said 6, I'm gonna have to say 5.5.
Oh, okay.
Just to give a different answer. It's
Mhm.
it's a great game. It's cool. It's cool and great story wise, but once it
Mhm.
comes down
Oh, yeah.
to the gaming mechanics, it just looks like the developers were just trying to cut every corner. It's like, oh, okay, it's not a different animatronic every time. It's just the same mimic inside each thing.
Like the
So
mascot
they save,
costumes.
yeah, they save money that way, where it's just like a suit,
Yeah.
and it's super short. There's some on the rail missions, like that pirate ship that takes like what,
Oh,
10
don't even.
minutes? 10 minutes to get through that one part.
Oh, don't even remind me.
And then you compare that to the other games that the devs made, which was
Yeah.
like Security Breach, and it's
Yeah.
so wide open and you can do whatever you want. And
Yeah.
because I think I gave Security Breach like, I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, like
Yeah.
for FNAF games
I would
wise.
too.
Yeah,
Is that your
and
favorite
it's
one?
got I think no, FNAF 4 is my favorite one. The one that I tried to speedrun you with, Keister.
I couldn't make it past, dude.
You had the worst luck with that. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say 5 and
Yeah.
I don't know. Plus I got soft locked at the very end trying to get a second ending. That doesn't help.
That is insane. That is actually insane that happened to you. Like,
Yeah, the fucking game put me in purgatory. God damn it.
it did. It punished you from wanting to play the game more. Like, cool. Good stuff, I guess.
And I'm sure my rating will change once I play it a second time and they fix some of the bugs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I feel like with the amount of time that they had, they made a smaller map.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Just I don't know, not as compelling. And it's not because they don't have like the main FNAF characters in it. I just feel like they could have done more. That's all.
Oh yeah, same. Like I've heard people complain like, oh, there's no Freddy, but I'm like, I mean, honestly, I don't mind that. I
Plus,
don't mind
like,
there being new characters.
How is it an Unreal Engine 4 and it runs so bad?
Exactly, and it doesn't even look that good.
It doesn't. And like, why does it need time to load the other parts in the map when like we get other games in Unreal Engine 4 that like are open world? It just doesn't make any sense.
Like I've mentioned this on stream, I think, but the best example for like a beautiful Unreal Engine 4 game, well, in terms of graphics, not in terms of like themes, but in terms of graphics and optimization, is Outlast Trials, which I still think I hold that game in such high regard in terms of graphics. Because when I played the game the first time, I was like, oh, this is a beautiful Unreal Engine 5 game, but it turns out the game was made in Unreal Engine 4, and it runs so beautifully on my relatively old rig. I have a 1080 Ti, I have a Ryzen 2700 something, I think. And
numbers,
it's not
numbers and words I don't understand, but go on.
It's like a I don't know, 8-year-old PC pretty much. And the game, like I can play the game on ultra graphics and it looks beautiful and I can run it like 50, 60 FPS. Like it's insane. And then you look at Secrets of the Mimic and the game runs like what? I had to turn the graphics down to medium because at some point when I did one of the endings, my stream crashed because my PC was like dying.
Oh my god!
It loaded the cutscene, the ending cutscene, and like I was still seeing the cutscene. I was still seeing it play out. It was like what 30 FPS or so, but like I saw my stream was like lagging, like just constantly buffering. I was like, what's going on? People were like, yo, is the stream lagging for someone else? And I was like, oh no. So for the rest of the stream, I had like a 10-second delay because my whole stream was just like dying because of the ending absolutely demolishing my PC's hardware somehow.
Yeah, and it's not just Secret of the Mimic. They happen with Security Breach too.
Yeah,
I've never had my PlayStation tell me that it was overheating until I played Security Breach.
Really?
And then it was making the PlayStation 5 work so hard to run Security Breach that it was overheating my PlayStation.
That's actually insane.
That is.
Oh, wow.
That just tells you that the developers are not optimizing the game.
Yeah, no, they like. The one thing that like shocked me the most is there was this like multiple sections of the game where you go past the window and you see like another section of the map.
The PNG. Oh my god! So Keister, basically what it is, because Keister hasn't played Secret of the Mimic. You know when you look in a window in any normal, you'll see the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these developers, for some reason, just put a picture on the window to make it look like you were looking through it. Yes. So if you look to the left, like a 2D picture, so if you look to the left, you could tell it was a PNG because it would like move. And you move to the right, and it would move. Yeah. And you could automatically tell they just put a piece of wallpaper.
How do you mess up with optimization that badly? As you said, like with the fact you have these like rooms where you like turn the knob, then it loads the new section of the map and unloads the other section of the map. Like, okay, if the game would look incredibly beautiful, had tons of assets to load, I would maybe understand it, but it doesn't. The game looks okay.
It doesn't have anything to load. It's just a hallway with like a couple things on the garbage on the ground.
Yeah, it's really.
And it's my first pre-ordered game too.
Yeah, really? I feel sorry.
Keister, what's a game? Sorry that you feel left out. What's a game that you were so happy about and just so disappointed when it came out?
Dude, just you saying that was your first pre-order game. Literally, my first pre-ordered game was this game Anthem. by EA,
Oh
dude.
no!
Yes,
Oh
dude.
no!
I followed
Oh
this
no! I gotta
game,
let my cat out. Go on the rant. Hold
dude.
on.
I followed this game for 3 years, bro, while it was in development.
Yeah.
I hyped it up to all of my friends. I was like, dude, it's gonna be so sick, like da 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 da. Even managed to talk a couple into pre-ordering with me, dude. Cause I was so gung-ho on the fact that this was about to be the game of the year, dude. It came out and like, don't get me wrong, it was pretty sick gameplay wise and everything. But dude, what a fucking flop, man. There was no customization option. Like, literally, you couldn't customize your character whatsoever.
What?
And then, on top of that, there was no, like, loot system or, like, upgrade system. So you would go, you'd find, like, this crazy-ass battle that would take so much energy, dude. You'd just make it by the fucking skin on your fingers, bro. And then, literally, you'd finish that, and you would get no rewards, no, like, literally nothing besides just a
Oh.
pat on the
And
back of, like, you did
there
it,
was
dude.
so many people that defended that game too, for
Dude.
no reason, just to defend it.
It could have been a great game, like
Oh
mechanics
yeah,
wise
because
and
it was made by
everything.
the same people that made fucking not Dead Space. Why am I thinking Dead Space? Mass Effect. Yeah,
Oh.
same people,
Dude,
and they made that slop, that garbage.
it bums
That is-
me out.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, I just have such a respect for developers that, like, once their game comes out and it turns,
Give them a chance. Yeah.
yeah, and like they redeem themselves. Perfect example, No Man's Sky, dude. Huge flop when that game came out, dude. Everybody was chirping out the frickin' developers. And what they do, they went, fixed everything, plus gave back so much to the community, bro. And that game is literally like one of the top games right now. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played that. That is one of the...
I hear nothing but good things about it.
Dude, honestly, just exploring in that game, because there's like 80 quadrillion planets or whatever that are all different from the last. So there's infinite amount of things that you can explore and stuff. And they recently did an update with like fishing and added like wave mechanics and all this stuff, dude.
Yeah, I've seen and heard.
Bro,
They did the Fallout 76 thing. They added fishing.
Yeah.
it's incredible though, because now you can land your craft right on the water, sit on your craft looking out over like the ocean and the waves, and just be fishing. And dude, I'll sit there
really
for
cool.
I'll sit there for 2 hours just fishing, just like fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, honestly, that's so real.
Kiwi, what's the first game you pre-ordered?
I remember it so well. Ugh. It's so sad as well, because it was not like, very mainstream game, but
Oh, okay.
it was Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I was like
yeah.
so hyped for that game.
I never was that the new one that came out?
That's the latest Ghost Recon game that's released, like
Oh.
one of the 2 open world ones. Because the first open world
Ubisoft,
Ghost
right?
Recon, yes, Ubisoft game. The first open world game, like Ghost Recon open world game that released was Wildlands, and I was in love, and still am in love with that game.
Yeah.
Such a great game. But then, like they show trailers and stuff for Breakpoint, and it looked amazing, beautiful even. But then playing it, like, I remember I pre-ordered it, and I was almost about to pre-order the collector's edition as well.
Oh my god, those things are getting
And-
expensive now. Holy crap!
Oh, they are. Like that collector's edition was like $180, which is honestly, wait, was it 180? I think it was like somewhere around that, which is still okay, because nowadays, the Doom, the Dark Ages one was like 240 or 270. I don't know.
Jeez.
Oh
So,
my god.
yeah, they're getting expensive, I think. But I pre-ordered the game, and I remember, I think I even skipped a day of school just to play the game, because it released like it was good for American time zones, but very bad for European time zones. So it came out
Yeah.
like sometime in the morning, I think. But I really wanted to play it like so bad, because I was so excited for it. So I launched the game, I played for a bit longer, got bored, hop on a different game. I hop on Wildlands, the previous Ghost Recon game. I'm like, wow, that game was kind of boring, because it was just like Ghost Recon, like it did like the same things as the previous game, but it had RPG mechanics, like unnecessary RPG mechanics. Like some guns had like rarities to them. It's like
Mhm.
I have this like cool tactical shooter, and now I gotta like watch out for rarity of my loot. Like it was just stupid, and the game also felt very bland as well. Where like the last game was so nice and vibrant and alive. The whole world felt like you were going through an actual living, breathing world with people doing their routines and stuff. And then Breakpoint, you were like in this island off of like, main coast Australia, I think. And it was like overtaken by some private military force. So it made sense for the setting, but they should have just like not chosen that setting because there were no NPCs around. There were only hostile NPCs, and they were like taking random patrols through the like island and just doing
Okay, so
random
just
things.
cookie cutter NPC things.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, there were some funny conversations you could hear sometimes, whatever. But like, still like the world felt extremely dead. It was beautiful, but dead. And that's like that was the biggest issue with it. There was no radio either. That's like another big charm that the previous game had, like a very nice radio station where you could hear banger radio, like just like narcoritos, which are like, just those like Mexican songs made by
Oh,
I
okay.
think like cartels and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really cool and like feels very lively. But as I said, Breakpoint just felt dead, and like also the colors were very bland and very gray, and it was
Oh.
I was
So-
disappointed. Not yeah.
So the conclusion that we've all gone to is don't pre-order. Just don't.
Don't pre-order.
You'll
Yeah.
get disappointed.
I learned my lesson. Never pre-ordered since.
We all learned our lesson.
That makes sense. Unfortunately, I have
Except in my
pre-ordered
end, it
since-
actually made it cheaper, which made me kind of feel better.
That makes sense. To be fair, yeah.
it's like PlayStation Now. It's like you're not gonna like this. You want it for cheaper? You sure?
Yeah, I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense, I guess.
Keister, have you
I mean-
pre-ordered a lot of games, or was that your only pre-ordered game?
That was my only one, and it
Yeah,
flopped
one and
hard.
done. After that, just yeah.
I
What about
tried
you,
to
Kiwi?
defend it for a couple weeks, dude. My friends realized right away.
Oh, you
that
were
it
a
was
defender at first.
shit. At first, I tried to defend
Oh,
it against
no.
my friends because they caught on right away. They were like, "Dude, this fucking sucks," and I was like, "Nah, like you're just not giving it time,
No, no.
man."
Like every anime watcher, you just gotta wait. Just gotta wait.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
wait.
dude.
Watch the first
Gets
7
better.
seasons, and then you'll like it on this 8.
Yeah.
Dude, literally. Well,
So
honestly,
yeah, what about you, Kiwi? Sorry, Keister.
no.
I really hate to admit it, and I've
Oh, do
been
you
I've been
pre-order all
loud
the
and
time?
which one?
Do you pre-order all the time?
Yeah, not necessarily, but like there has been a game that I have pre-ordered recently that I would probably, like a big section of the internet would probably, I don't know, come to my house with pitchforks and torches
Listen,
because
it's gonna be fine
yeah.
if you pre-order Doki Doki Literature 2. Okay, everybody's gonna do it. It's fine.
now see the thing is that game people could probably still defend,
Oh
but
God.
I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Shadows. Because it's Ubisoft game and Ubisoft is like people already hated the game going into it
Yeah.
because there was like the controversy surrounding it,
I
and
feel like it's just hard to fuck up samurais.
Right.
it is hard. And like I mean, I personally love the game, but it's
Yeah,
a mixed
yeah.
bag from what I see, like from what I know.
I mean, a mixed bag is
So-
better than a bad bag.
Yeah, that is very true, but it was a bad bag before the game released. Before the game released, holy. I think the official like initial trailer for the game has like, and this is with an extension for YouTube, so it's not 100% accurate, but I think it was like 600,000 dislikes versus like 300,000 likes in the trailer. So yeah, people hated it, and then you had like historikers, like people who were like experts in Japanese history
heard about
going
that.
to the game. Yeah, like analyzing every single itty bitty thing about it, and it's like it's a game.
Or no, they
It's a
just
game,
gotta
exactly.
enjoy it, dude. Just sit
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
give it a try.
Like I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay attention to like I don't know how the rice is farmed, for example, or like how trees exactly grow in which direction. Because I'm not
Yeah.
joking.
They didn't
There have
use
been-
toilets like that. God damn it! They straight in the woods.
I'm not even joking to you. I've seen a video of someone dissecting the fact that a rice field was too close to the water because in winter it would get flooded.
What is this, Minecraft? Jesus Christ!
Jeez, dude.
Oh, it was so infuriating because I was so excited for the game. Finally, an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan, a dream come true for me. Yes, there are some things I have nitpicks about, but I'm not gonna go on about them because that's literally, that's a whole different can of worms. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I still like the game a lot, and I can confidently say I feel happy with my pre-order in that regard.
Good. I heard
Yeah,
the game was more better received than not
yeah,
received well. So
it was better received also than like the past two games, I'd say, the past three games, because it was
oh yeah,
Mirage,
for sure.
Valhalla, and Odyssey. And Odyssey and
Yeah,
Valhalla were very hated because they went very different to the
different style.
original Assassin's Creed formula,
I loved
like
both of
RPG and
those,
stuff like that.
dude. I loved
Me too.
Odyssey, Origins, Valhalla, literally
Yeah, it
all
seems
those.
like you guys and my girlfriend like the newer Assassin's Creed, where I just like the older stuff. And like I don't get mad at people for
Mhm.
liking the new stuff. It's fine.
Thank you, yeah, because there's a lot of people who I have gotten into so many arguments
Oh yeah.
with people when I say oh yeah, so my favorite Assassin's Creed game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Have you never played the older Assassin's Creed games? No, I have. I have 100%ed all of them.
Yeah.
I went through Assassin's Creed 1 and collected all of those tedious flags that give you nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
give you anything.
Speaking of
Yeah.
samurai games, dude, did you guys ever play Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes,
No,
Dude,
I haven't.
I had to.
that one is a masterpiece, dude. Masterpiece.
I really liked that game. I really did.
It's
I have some gripes with it, but I mean, I guess I have with every game, so I guess that's nothing too special.
I just I got so attached to the story. Like for me, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to justifying a game being good if it at least keeps me entertained and everything like that. But that's one of those games where each character was so well developed and had such interesting stories where it just made me get way more involved in the game and want to sit there and do the side missions and stuff like that, because I would do one thing and be like, holy shit, what's going on with this person, and I'd be like, you know what, I need to do this side quest and figure out, and you'd go and you'd find out that their whole family was taken out by the Mongolian force and all this, and you're like, dude, this is wild, man. And I don't know,
Yeah.
I was just a huge fan of that, dude.
Yeah, games that can make side quests extremely entertaining and good is a good game in general.
100% agreed
Yeah.
with that. I think that's what The Witcher for me was. The Witcher 3. I have not played, not finished The Witcher 3. I've not played that much of it, but that's because I kind of was never really it's a commitment to me because the game is very long and I love very long games. I will die defending Assassin's Creed Valhalla. People
Me
are like,
too.
oh,
Me too.
80-hour long story. 80-hour long story, man. This game is so bloated and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know, sure, there's some parts of the story that they don't need to be there, but I enjoyed it. And same goes for me with for example, Ghost of Tsushima, where he had these side quests and stuff like that were didn't give you any crazy rewards, maybe some trinket or something, but they were still fun to do, and that's the main point. They're fun to do. I don't need a good reward.
Yeah, I loved the side quests for God of War. It just added
Yep.
so much story every time.
I have to be honest, I've never played a single God of War game.
Oh man, you
in
got
my life.
you have to. You have
Those
to.
are
Tell you what, you play God of
classics.
War. I'll play Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh, that's are we talking the original God of War as well?
It's
YouTube
worth
might not
I'm
it.
willing
like
to-
that.
I'm willing to play it.
Okay, yeah, you can play it, but I wouldn't stream it. YouTube might not like that kind of stuff. There's a lot of,
I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little flip flopping around.
Oh yes.
Greeks love their women, let me tell you.
Yeah, definitely seems so.
And so does Kratos. So, what's your next big game that you're gonna stream, Kiwi?
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a really good question.
Oh, you don't even know.
I really want to stream Doom: The Dark Ages, even though I'll be honest, Doom is not my favorite game. I liked streaming it; it was fun, but would I have played it on my own time? I don't know. And Doom: The
feel
Dark Ages with its extremely steep price. I don't know because I don't know how expensive it is right now. it's okay. It's still €80. €80 is that's like two indie games pretty much, and
Hmm.
I like indie games a lot, so I think I'd rather spend money on that. Matter of fact, that's like more than two indie games. And so, I really want to play Doom: The Dark Ages, but I don't think I'll be doing that until it's like on a big sale or something.
Well,
That's usually
So,
what I wait for too.
you could
yeah,
even
no, like
Sales.
you could get it on Xbox Game Pass. You pay like I think it's like $8 a
that is
month or
true.
something, and it's on there. And you could just play it within the month, and then only spend $8 on it.
Is that easy to stream on the Xbox Game Pass? Is it easy to like record or stream those games on your PC?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
the
so.
same thing as Steam, but it's like the
Yeah.
PC version of Xbox Game Pass. So the same way that you could just download to your desktop a game from Steam, you could do it
Mhm.
from Xbox and just be able to like load it
Yeah.
up. There's a
Wow.
couple games that might give you some trouble. Like I've had trouble with the Fallout games, those
Mhm.
not synchronizing and stuff, but like 99.9% of the games will just, work how they're supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if it wasn't for the YouTube channel, I wouldn't have been playing like 80% of the games that I play because my attention span is so short. It's so short. So like even God of War or like The Last of Us or Red Dead Redemption, I wouldn't be able to play unless I didn't have anybody like unless I had somebody to talk to, right?
Yeah, I feel
Wow.
that.
So
Mhm.
I am so grateful for the people that tuned in to watch that kind of stuff
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm the kind of person because I grew up playing multiplayer games, right?
Mhm.
So that's how short my attention span is. So like,
Yeah. Wow.
man, I got okay. I guess I'll play God of War, and then people showed up and talk, and then like keeps me like concentrated, right? Keeps me
Yeah.
distracted, and then I end up loving the game. I like Red Dead Redemption 2. I end up like loving the game, amazing.
Hmm.
But my attention span is so short that I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own.
I'm the same way though. That's
Honestly.
how I
Yeah.
got through like Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm.
So many of those longer games where like they don't kind of tell you exactly what the hell to do. There's like a little bit of like
Yeah, yeah,
figuring it out yourself. And
Mhm.
yeah, normally I get so lost in those games, dude. But it's nice having like community come together and be like, oh man, like there's this and this and this, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like, all right.
Like some people really don't like backseat gaming. It's like, okay, I understand it to some extent. They don't want to
yeah,
be like
exactly. To
someone
some extent.
backseating. Yes, but at the same time, it's like I really appreciate it when people give me like some sort of guidance, some sort of tip
Yeah.
or something, like
Some
how to play
direction.
better.
Yeah.
Like exactly, yeah, like some
North, east,
direction.
west, or south. Just give me a direction. I'll start going there.
Yes, don't tell me the coordinates, just tell me the direction. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, I think for me personally though, I don't like the reason why I just wouldn't have played Doom is because it's just not my type of game. I think in terms of like
And that did really well for
games.
you,
Oh
viewership
yeah, oh
wise.
it did, yeah, surprisingly, really surprised. I don't know why, like it was very random, but pretty happy about it as well because it was very fun looking back at those streams, but very chaotic as well because focusing on the Doom gameplay with it being very fast paced and all that stuff, and also reading chat and also this and that. It was a bit
Oh yeah.
exhausting sometimes, a little bit like just
Yeah,
it didn't get me to like I wasn't able to fully enjoy the game. And that's how I feel about a lot of games I stream as well. Like that's one conundrum I kind of find myself in most of the time, where I'm like, I'm playing games like Secret of the Mimic, and I'll be honest, there's some sections I don't remember because I was like,
too busy talking
focused
chat.
on chat and stuff like that. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
me with
like,
Fallout, where it's
mhm.
like I'm looking at comments, and then I look back. I'm like, oh my god, what did this
Uh,
NPC just say?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. It happens a lot. That's why, like, most of the time I've streamed like games that I've already played.
Yeah. So
The
you
good
can
thing,
just set your brain to just responding to comments and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. It's also kind of I've also not been streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows because I would love to,
Mhm.
and I've streamed like one thing of it, like one like part of it, so to speak. But I didn't continue playing it anymore because, well, first of all, I really want to be fully immersed in the game, like completely fully immersed in the game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because well, okay, my PC is just too terrible to run the game, frankly. So
Well, you know what you could do with the Assassin's Creed game? take the same approach like you did with your Dead by Daylight video.
Yeah, fair enough. I just record
would do
myself and just like edit
extremely
it down.
What is that video at, by the way? It's got to be. Last time I seen it was 600. Is it still at 600?
Yeah, 626 views. I
That
think.
did
Yeah,
amazingly well.
it did, which is scary because I don't want to
And
turn into a YouTuber.
props to the editor as well.
Mm-hmm. Sim did amazingly. Like he's got the whole editing thing completely down. Because I take a long time to edit. Like I go through clips multiple times. I'm like okay, what do I add here? What do I do here? Sometimes there's just like ideas that come to my mind immediately, like as I'm recording it. So I write it down. I'm like, okay, I'll add this, like once I'm editing the video.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened with my compilation video that I've made. That one, like it was pretty easy for me to make because I was just like, I don't know, kind of auto-piloting through it, and like I just kind of knew what to do. But for my current video I'm making, it's like it's struggling a little bit because it's like sometimes I just don't know really what to do, like what to add or something like that. So
Yeah, it's nice to get some guidance as long as you are in control of your own channel.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and when it comes to multitasking, I don't know how Keister does it when he's playing Fortnite and fucking like cranking 90s and shit and killing people and then just responding to chat casually. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Wow. Yeah.
I have to pause the game every time I look at chat.
I just like it's because I can overlay it on TikTok. You know what I mean? So
so you just
it's
up.
over my gameplay. So as I'm watching the gameplay, my chat is over the gameplay, and I'm just going like this and reading it as I'm playing.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Over the crosshair. I was like, bang.
It's nice.
Over the crosshair.
Yeah. So like to any viewers that are watching when this thing comes out, it's like if we ever miss a comment, it's not our fault. Like we are trying our absolute best to read your guys' comments. It's just there is literally like the brain can only do so much stuff at the same time.
Yeah 100%. That's like biggest issue, I guess.
I get called out a lot for that. They'll be like, you're not responding to my chats. I'm like, dude, I'm literally sitting here trying to snipe someone in the head, dude. Of course I'm not reading chats, bro. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Thankfully I've not had too many issues with like that. I think people like on my channel have understood that like sometimes I might just miss a comment, and I don't mind if people say the comment again if they like copy paste and say the same thing again.
Exactly. Yeah. And YouTube's got the nice thing that you can click their username and then it shows you the history of their comments on that stream.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty handy. So but no, I think for the future it would be very handy to have like some form of like something different than my phone, because I'm currently using my phone propped up against my monitor.
Oh no!
For chat. Yeah.
I did that when I started Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like
yeah.
I got to ban that person. Oh no, I got to ban that person.
Oh, it's so annoying. Like when you have to actually like do something, if you have to like actually manage your chat, you have to like just like fat finger around a little bit.
Which
see
again,
what happens.
Thank God for mods. Thank you, mods.
Oh yeah, dude,
they help a lot.
Completely agree with that. Such a
But
blessing.
eventually, like no matter what, eventually you're gonna get to the point where it's gonna get hard to talk to chat, where there's gonna be so many.
Yep.
And that breaks that breaks my heart when I get to that point. That's why I don't mind. That's why I don't mind streaming different games, right? Because at least I know it's like, okay, I have 1,000 subscribers, but maybe only 40 people show up for Fallout. That's perfect. I'd rather only 40 people show up to Fallout than 1,000, because I'll be able to answer those comments.
Yeah.
So then when I go to Subnautica, another 40 people only watch my Subnautica content, which is perfect because that means I can answer them.
Yep.
And if you just stay with the same game, you're going to get an audience that likes the same game, and everybody's going to be commenting on the exact same stream because that's all you stream is that only game, right?
Yep.
And it's just going to pile up and pile up.
It's going to make it impossible to read.
Yeah. Which YouTube also has slow mode and stuff like that, which is nice.
True that. I think that's one thing I've been thinking about doing in the future. And in the very far future. Huh?
I've done it a couple of times, especially with Subnautica, because Subnautica blew up.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I unknowingly streamed Subnautica 2 days before Queso did,
Oh wow,
and that's why my Subnautica stuff blew up like crazy because
Mhm.
people were
insane
looking up
timing.
Subnautica because of Queso, and I didn't even know who Queso was
Mhm.
until he started streaming Subnautica, and then that's how I found Kiwi was because there were so many people in my chat that I like to. If there's like more than 20 people in the chat, I like to raid, and
Oh
I like
yeah,
to raid other
yeah.
channels, and that's how we raided Kiwi, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy actually. Holy, like thinking back right now, wow, that was like what my, I think my third or second Subnautica stream that I've done at that point. Maybe even, I don't know. No, wait, may have been like a way later one. I can't even remember exactly.
It's been a
I've done
while.
a couple of them. Yeah, it's been a while as well. Holy.
And then me and Keister found each other through RGST. Now it's Alex, so shout out to
Mhm.
Alex.
Yeah.
Then when our RGST was like trying to get the Avengers assembled, I'll
Dude,
tell you,
he he's a
he was like
sick son of
going
a
to
gun,
every like
dude.
Red Dead streamer, and it's like, hey, you want to go play with this guy? You want to go play with that guy? And then he just like connected all of us together.
Damn.
We had a nice little crew for a while, dude, but some of them were kind of buttholes, and
Yeah,
you
Mm.
know what I mean. But
which is gonna happen on YouTube no matter what. There's gonna be drama no matter what.
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
It's
I
just
haven't
how
encountered
you
any.
deal with it
yeah.
is
Yeah,
the way to go forward.
I can imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I haven't had to deal with any like drama really yet.
Oh,
I
you
think.
will. Eventually, you will. It'll happen.
Yeah, I know, I know. I can imagine. Like, I think it's like inevitable for every YouTuber. It just has to happen.
Yeah. And
Ah,
one thing, because I remember when I was like at 200 subs, at like
mhm.
or 100 subs, and I'm like, you're so scared to ban somebody because like you
Yeah.
want subs, so you're willing to like deal with the amount of crap that they do just to keep a sub.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. Now that I have 1K, you do something stupid in chat, you ain't getting no second, like maybe a second chance, but you ain't getting third chances or
Mhm.
fourth chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You're
makes
banned.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that makes a
yeah,
lot of sense.
because like especially when I start, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to make them mad. I want to like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though they're
definitely
like
get that.
they're saying the most outlandish stuff, right?
Mhm.
But you
You
kind
know,
of
yeah,
I don't know what like the right saying to say, but like you kind of care less about how people think about you and how you want to be felt. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
I get that. I think I get what you mean with that. It's like so far, thankfully, I've never really had like any issues where it's like you want to lose a sub, but like they're being stupid in chat. I've never really had that too much. There was a case. It was close. It was very close.
he had the
Um,
button on the nuke. I don't want to do it.
it was
I don't want to do it.
it was there because the person was very like it was a very mixed bag.
Mhm. Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so I was like very unsure about what to do, and there were some people telling me like, "Oh, yeah, just ban them," and I was like,
Especially YouTube,
"I'll
where
just
it
wait."
feels like you take like 2 steps forwards and then you take 5 steps back when it comes to subs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that feels like that sometimes,
Yeah, on YouTube,
especially
it's
like
easier to lose a sub than gain a sub, and
way
they need to
easier.
change that algorithm.
They do. They do.
Yeah. But sorry,
But I don't know if
continue.
they ever
Yeah,
will.
you had your finger on the button.
Yeah, didn't do it though, really. But things still like resolved themselves, and it was yeah, I'm glad they did because as I said I like to have a very like expansive community with like just people of all kinds and like whatever say, they can speak their heart out. But I said there are limits.
There
There are
are
definitely
limits. Yeah.
limits. Yeah, and I very much make that very clear. So
Yeah, especially with like a channel like mine, where like I play like
mm,
FNAF and then I play
yeah.
Fallout, where there's two huge different demographics, right?
Yeah.
And certain demographics don't get along, but you find
Oh,
your ways around it.
yeah. I've noticed that as well. I've also kind of felt that with I mean, yeah, streaming a lot of FNAF. but also sometimes streaming something like, I don't know, The Forest or Outlast Trials, which are pretty,
Something very adult, mature.
yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had somebody in my chat saying you have to stop swearing. I'm unsubscribing. I can't watch this. I'm like, no. I never said this channel was for kids.
Yes, exactly. That's an important part as well. Like, I've also had an issue like that before where someone was like saying, oh, well, you say some not so kid-friendly stuff on your channel. I'm like, yeah, but I don't make my channel for, a younger
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, and you have to put that when you start your stream or something like that. Is this content made for children? No, it's not.
No,
It's
exactly.
not. If you think you're not supposed to be watching my stuff, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I've had a couple. It's like, oh yeah, my parents are gonna catch me watching your content. I'm gonna get in trouble. Then don't watch. Ban, gone.
Yeah, please, just no.
Yeah. Save us all the hassle.
I've got that quite a few times of like, oh, can you not swear? My parents don't like swearing, and I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be here, dude.
Yeah.
This is the wrong stream for you, dude. Oh, goddamn.
Definitely.
And they're probably used to it because there's so many like Minecraft YouTubers that have kept that cookie cutter, content friendly stuff, right?
Yeah. Exactly. I was also thinking about that for a while. Like, if I just I don't know, just completely stop swearing, like in total. It's
I tried it a couple times, and like it doesn't really make that much of a difference on streaming. It's more video stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I censor.
I just wanted to see.
Yeah, that's why I censor like swear words on my like videos. I think if
and
almost all of them.
That's not just because of you. Like even advertiser wise, it's just good for everybody if you just because everybody gets the message. Everybody's like, okay, he swore, but the advertiser were like, well, he didn't because it was bleep there.
Yeah, I was thinking really, I'm not really that good at like asking questions, but if sure. Is there like any game that you guys are excited for that's releasing like in some time frame besides GTA 6? GTA 6, very common thing. I don't know if that's for you guys, but GTA 6, I feel like almost everyone says like, oh yeah, excited to see that in the future. And it's like understandable, but is there any other game, niche, big, whatever, that you're excited for that's gonna release?
Silk Song and Little Nightmares 3.
That's okay. That makes a lot of sense, to be fair.
Should be coming out this year. Especially Little Nightmares 3. Little Nightmares, if you haven't played Little Nightmares, it's really good. Like, I would consider the first one a horror game.
Oh, yeah.
Outright.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking
Those are
scary.
good. I'd say for me, maybe like Ghost of Yotai.
Oh,
yeah.
And then I just recently saw that sometime next year there's a game that's going to be dropping that's like just super realistic graphics, and it's a Titanic survival simulator. So you're literally one of the passengers as you strike the iceberg, and you're like trying everything to survive and like get to the boats and like do whatever, you know what I mean? But
I've seen.
It looks crazy, dude. It looks wild.
It does. It actually like graphically insane. The water physics as well. Actually insane.
Yup.
What about you, Kiwi?
Countless of games. Like genuinely, I was contemplating like writing down like a list of games I'm hyped for. But I can go through my like Steam, for example. Like the most recent, like coming like ones that are gonna be coming out pretty soon is Grounded 2. So Grounded 1 survival game, amazing. I love it. Grounded 2, I'm so excited for. I won't be streaming it. I don't think so, at least. But I'll be playing it on my own. I'll be enjoying it to the like fullest. Subnautica 2, of course.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my new PC before that fucking game comes out, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying.
Good idea, truly, because I think the game is going to be beautiful and maybe also a bit difficult to run as well because it's going to be Unreal Engine 5, I think.
Yeah, me and Kiwi are going to have our own little Hall of Fames in that world, too.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, right. The Hall of Fame. Yeah, I have to make one in Subnautica 2. Although I don't even know how I'm going to stream that game. Because since it's co-op, I was planning like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like, Stank, Scovey, Sim, like, some of my friends on the game with me. But then, am I gonna be streaming it as well? Or am I gonna stream it afterwards? That's my conundrum as well.
If anything, probably do like the first 6 hours of just video content of you playing with your buddies. And then and then like do the live streams after where you need to like the farm stuff and get other stuff, and
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
actually. That's a good idea.
that way
I'll
like
write
the
that one
first
down.
couple of videos that you make, you have time to concentrate with your friends. You don't have to worry about chat. And since
Yep.
because like your editor can edit like really good, so like you don't really have to worry about that, and you can just concentrate on chilling with your friends. And then once you get into the story stuff through the beginning, because I'm sure there's gonna be story stuff, then just do the
Yeah.
live streams.
Yeah.
True that. That's actually not a bad idea. I have to clarify really quickly though. Um, I feel very bad about saying this and like about the way things are, but he like completely edits my videos for free, like as a favor of a friend. So yeah, he's not even my editor. He's just like a friend of mine. He's like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, send over the video. So
Well,
yeah, I have to
shout
like
out to
just say,
him. Shout
yeah,
out
shout out to
him,
Sim. Thank you.
Tim.
If he ever like even watched the podcast, I don't know if he watches the podcast. He used to, but I don't know. But either way, besides that, some other games like The Outer Worlds 2 looked really cool. I
Yeah.
think I watched some gameplay of it during the Xbox showcase. And another game I have never heard of before the Xbox showcase, Clockwork Revolution. It's like
Yes,
I don't know.
that looks so BioShock.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm glad someone actually knows it. Like, because I was like, some people in the chat were like, "Oh, stupid game, whatever." Although, to be honest, I don't pay attention to those chats anymore when like there's a game showcase, because most of the time people are gonna be saying, "Oh, shit
People
game,"
are complaining
anyways,
about they're complaining
about
everything.
anything. Like I've seen,
Anything.
what was it? Like some game about. I don't even know what it was. I think it was a Lego game, and people were like, "Oh, woke. What do you mean? It's a Lego game. What are you
Oh
talking
my
about?"
god.
So yeah, I just don't pay attention to that anymore. But yeah, Clockwork Revolution, I'm actually really excited for it because it looks really fun, to be honest. And I'm a sucker for like steampunk and like the whole
Yeah, like
England,
Dishonored.
London vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like Dishonored.
dystopian style shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel that,
Sucker
dude.
for that stuff. Big sucker for that. Which was like also got me thinking. Like I was also thinking about streaming Bioshock 1 and 2 at some point, maybe.
See, again, I tried to get into BioShock. I played the first BioShock by myself. I stopped after a half an hour. My attention span couldn't do it.
Damn.
But I feel
Honestly,
I feel like if I stream it, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I could probably get through the beginning part.
Yeah. That makes sense though, because I mean, yeah, I don't remember much from Outlast, Bioshock 1 too much, anyways, because it's been so long since I've played it. But I think the start is a bit slow, anyway, like as well. So I don't know.
All right, Kiwi, shout yourself out, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. Come over to my channel if you feel like watching some random gameplay, whatever. Some games I do stream, some games I won't stream. Depends on if I like it or not, really.
Yeah, and there'll be a link in the bottom of the description. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you very much. I guess also I do occasionally make videos, but no promises on like any schedule on that.
Every YouTuber, yeah, it's like, oh, it's been. I watch somebody called Oversimplified.
Oh yeah, oversimplified.
Yeah, he makes a video like maybe once a year.
Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
like it takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But genuinely, thank you so much. This was like really fun. I absolutely love just talking about random things and like
Oh, it's
as
amazing.
as Keister mentioned, like just hearing other people's opinions about things. It's great. It's great. So this was really fun to me.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. Genuinely.
Yeah, I had a blast too. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and
Yeah.
we'll see you on the next podcast. Maybe we'll get Kiwi back in the future sometime. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
we'd love to.
Absolutely.
All right. So
All right,
Alrighty, guys.
goodbye, all of you people.
bye bye.